Now, moving on to the specifics of EB-5, and this term 956F approval or exemplar approval is thrown around a lot. And I guess, Niral, I'll come back to you on this. What does it mean to have an I-956F approval? And does it guarantee EB-5 success in terms of a green card, job creation, repayment of capital?
Yeah, those are great questions. And I think, pre-March 2022, projects had the option of applying for an exemplar, which is, in other words, the 956F approval, basically a stamp of approval by the government. Mm-hmm. Post-March 2022, USCIS or Congress made it mandatory that every project must receive a 956F approval in order for an EB-5 petition to be approved under it and subsequently a green card to be issued thereafter. Now, that doesn't mean you need 956F approval to necessarily apply. So a project can apply for 956F approval as long as it's been pending for 10 days, then EB-5 petitioners can start filing their individual petitions under that project. It's a good question that you asked, like, does it guarantee success? Short words, it doesn't guarantee success. It does give a lot of comfort in the sense that all the information that an investor is receiving or should be receiving, all the documentation they're receiving has already been sent to the government for their review. And basically they're approving that, okay, this job creation methodology is correct. This project is viable from a financing perspective, from an immigration perspective. If everything in this business plan plays out, then yes, you should get through the immigration process successfully. At the end of the day, of course, we know that these are still developments. Forget about EB-5 for a second. These are still developments that have to deal with real market conditions, whether it's tariffs, previously it was COVID, or the 2008 crash, or whatever it might be. There are still real market conditions that projects need to account for. So, I always tell investors that, look, if you're working with a reputable regional center, the 956F, you should be getting it approved, but also ask them about their prior deals. How have they filed their 956F before? Look at the current deal. Does this asset meet all the requirements that you need to get comfortable from a capital protection perspective and a green card perspective? And you proceed according to that.
Great. A follow-up to all of this is, again, Niral, you mentioned that even if I-956 is pending and not approved, investors can still file their I-526E or application for a conditional green card. Are they also eligible for the interim benefits, AOS, EAD, AP?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you explain those terms? Sorry, I just use that.
Absolutely. Term, yeah. So, whenever we're doing this, if you're inside the US and you're filing concurrently, you're filing 4 petitions at once. The EB-5 petition is the I-526E. The conditional green card is your 485. Travel permit I-131 and work permit 765. You're applying for all 4 at the same time. And then everything generally happens in a linear fashion, and you're still able to do that without 956F approval. So you submit all this, and you more often than not, you're probably going to get your AP EAD before 956F approval and then before your EB-5 petition anyways, but absolutely you can.